Hello, my name is Brooke Wiedmeyer, and I chose to do my final research paper in Discourse 200 on the topic of sexual harassment. My specific argument is going to be why sexual harassment is so pervasive. To help me come to this conclusion about how prevalent it is in our society, not just specifically for women, but for males as well, I have read several books and articles about it. I'm choosing three main books to focus on, and I'll be drawing quotes from these and putting them in my paper, as well as a video. My three books are Experiencing Race, Class, and Gender in the United States, Gender Lives are textbooks that we have used for this class, and Be Fierce, Stop Harassment and Take Your Power. And the video I chose is from the New York Times, and it talks about how we can prevent and eventually maybe even stop sexual harassment. So I chose this topic because whenever I was researching it and reading up on it, I was surprised at how large of a role that it plays in our society. And it's very scary because I never thought that it was a huge issue, and so I'm sure other people don't see it as that big of an issue, but it is. And I think that three of the main sources of why it is such an issue is because of the media, the sports world, and the workforce. So it can be seen a lot in those. So I chose to split my research paper up into 5 paragraphs. The first being an introduction. I'm going to explain what sexual harassment is, define it, and then I'm going to go into my arguments. My first argument is it is so pervasive because the media. So I'm going to be pulling quotes from the sources that I said earlier, my 3 books and my 1 video from the New York Times. And then my second argument, which will be my second body paragraph in the paper, will be sexual harassment is so pervasive because of the sports world. And then finally, my third argument will be it is so pervasive because of the workforce, and it can be seen largely in the workforce. And then I'll wrap it up with a conclusion, and also in my conclusion, instead of just summarizing, I'm also going to talk about some ways that it can be prevented, how sexual harassment needs to be brought to attention so that we can stop it and it can become less of an issue. Because for us to eventually stop sexual harassment, we first must make it known. And I know me personally, before researching it, I didn't know that it was this big of an issue. So like I said earlier, I'm sure other people don't see it as this large of an issue, so hopefully that can be stopped. So once again, I'm choosing to do my research paper on sexual harassment. My specific argument or thesis is going to be sexual harassment is pervasive because of things like the media, the sports world, and the workforce. Thank you for listening.